At the end, the seminar ended, and John Danaher and Gordon Ryan stayed after. And John just sat down on the ground, so did Gordon, and all of us sat down around, and they talked for 2 more hours after the 3-hour seminar. Nathan was getting a little antsy, but it was completely worth it. Okay, so the two greatest of all time are there sitting on the ground just talking to us. And they said, John said, what I like to do when I do these seminars is give people far more value than they think they're going to get. So you pay $300, I want to give you $1,000 worth of value. So I said, all right, we're going to stay for this. We're going to stay and listen to these guys talk. Some of the people left because the time was up. But I said, this is once in a lifetime. I'm 10 feet away from these guys. I'm going to do it. They're like the Michael Jordan of jiu-jitsu. And this is my time. I'm 10, 20 feet away from them just to talk, ask questions, and hang out, basically. So we're sitting there, and John is talking about greatness. Not just jiu-jitsu, but about being great and keeping the culture of his, like why his gym consistently pumps out greatness. What you have to do as a leader to motivate, inspire, how you have to both correct people and also chastise them, how to walking the balance of that and doing the dance to where you can create a culture where you can build people up and also give them a smack if you need to. And then he started saying, if you want to be great, say you're not great, say you're down in the dumps, say your life is in shambles right now. If you want to be great, you have to surround yourself with greatness and you have to study greatness. So you have to surround yourself with people who are where you want to be. You have to get coaches, mentors. You have to actively seek these people out, and then you will become it. He said, this is one of my life truths. So I thought, this is why I came to the seminar. This is why I paid the ticket price, so that I could be near greatness. I wanted to just be in their orbit. I wanted to spend some time with the greatest in the world at something that they did. And they were talking about how to be great at that. And then I looked down to my side, and my son is down there with me, experiencing this together. So I'm there for the first time in my life with the best jiu-jitsu people of all time, and my son is there listening and soaking up every word they're saying as well, and learning about being great. And at the Arnold Classic, for the 2 days we walked around the expo, he was watching people break world records in squatting. We watched a guy squat 1,003 pounds. We watched ladies bench pressing 400 pounds. We watched Olympic athletes and bodybuilders, and it was just greatness everywhere for 2 straight days. And then throughout the night, Nathan went up to Gordon Ryan he brought one of his gold medals from his tournaments and asked him if he could sign it. And I have a really cute video of Nathan walking up to him that I'll post later and asking him to sign it. And Gordon's persona that he puts out there is kind of asshole-ish. And he talked about that. He said professional athletes need to have an entertaining side and a serious athlete side. He said, I'm trying to grow jiu-jitsu, so I need to maintain this brand and persona of I'm the king, I'm the best, everyone else sucks. But he was extremely wise, kind, selfless, and giving. And he went up to Nathan, put his arm around him, and signed his thing and took pictures with him, and was great. We sit back down, and once again, I thank God that we did, because John is so wise with everything he's talking about, because he's not just talking about jiu-jitsu, he's talking about how to live just like we are, how to be a better man. He was talking about that. He said, if you want to be great, you have to be great everywhere. You cannot just be great in one area. The disciplines have to affect every other part of your life. In the quote that I took away, I wrote it down. I was taking so many notes as he was talking. The quote that I took away was, you will never outgrow your opinion of yourself. That's what he said. As throughout many other things he said. He said, study greatness and you will become great. And then he was talking about guys coming into their gym being intimidated and saying, I am not good at this. And then his job as a coach, as a leader, was to transform their own visions of themselves. And they only started to progress once they believed it was possible for themselves. So he said, you will never outgrow your opinion of yourself. I said, I've heard that before. That is what we talk about. And this is the greatest one of the greatest coaches of all time is there saying it. We talk about that all the time, transforming your vision of yourself. You can only achieve something if you believe it's possible for you. You cannot achieve anything you do not think is possible for you. And he just confirmed it. Other quotes he said, it's not how much you learn that counts, it's how much you retain under stress. So he talked about in their jiu-jitsu gym, some people, their goal is to learn as many moves as possible. In their gym, we want to learn 6 moves, but do thousands and thousands of repetitions and study every single possibility. So it's not how much you learn that counts, it's how much you retain under stress. Because when that moment comes where you're stressed, what do? That's what counts. When the obstacle and resistance comes, how do you live? How do you react? Whenever you get emotionally attacked, you are in a tense situation with your wife, what do? How do you react? That's when it counts. Not what you say when the sun is shining, walking on the beach. It's what do you do when the shit hits the fan? Another quote, not how much you know about the moves you know. Same kind of thing.